WWE has done something historic. For the first time ever, SummerSlam is now a 2-night event. We are going to be at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Big shout out to all the content creators that are showing up down at SummerSlam this weekend. Hope you guys have a blast. Stay safe. But I'm leaving it better late than never. SummerSlam starts tomorrow. Here are my predictions. Let's break down the full card, starting with night 1. And this is in no particular order, but Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill punched her ticket to SummerSlam, winning the Queen of the Ring tournament, and now she steps up and faces Tiffany Stratton. The only thing I really want to touch on here with this match is the fact that I have found Tiffany Stratton's title run a little bit lackluster. It's been cookie cutter, the same. I still don't actually know if Tiffany Stratton is a face or a heel, and we haven't had much story told for her, except for the fact Tiffany has done what Tiffany does. She comes out, she cuts half-decent promos and puts on a good match, but I haven't felt any depth to Tiffany's title run. It's not something that I'm going to look back in 5 years being like, wow, that is really memorable. I think it's now time for Jade Cargill to step up and show us everything she has learned since joining WWE and recovering from her injuries. In my mind, for this match, I think it's going to be a banger, but I'm going to say, and new WWE's Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. Up next, a match that I have been very critical of the entire build, and it's Randy Orton and Jelly Roll tagging versus Drew McIntyre and the social media superstar Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre had some issues with his passport earlier this week and wasn't sure if he was going to make SummerSlam. Obviously, if WWE can get certain people like the Usos and Jacob Fatu traveling to other countries with their history, there was no way Drew McIntyre was not making SummerSlam. So the build to this has actually been one of the more exciting builds. Jelly Roll looks like he's really taken to WWE. He's got the bug. He's showing why everyone is in love with WWE, and I've actually, since I've been so critical of it, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do in this match. The only thing I want to say on this is, even though Randy and Drew are in a major primetime spot, I feel that both of them could be used somewhere else on the card in a better nature. So obviously Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, they're going to come out, whatever happens in the match is going to happen, but I hope after SummerSlam, Randy and Drew find a new path, hopefully towards the world title and the WWE Championship. My prediction for this match, there's no way Jelly Roll loses this match, right? I think Jelly Roll and Randy Orton take the win. I just hope Drew's not the one taking the pin. I hope Logan Paul's the one taking the pin. But then again, you never know. It is WWE and anything can happen. So, like I said, for that prediction, we're going Randy and Jelly Roll. Guys, before we move on any further, don't forget to follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrTeshk. We will be live every day, and we are live for every major wrestling show. Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, any PLEs. We are live, twitch.tv/MrTeshk. The link is down in the description below. I'm going to try and fly through this entire recording as fast as I can because I know predictions are long and drawn out, but I would like to keep this under 15 minutes. So back to them. Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the Women's Tag Team Championships. This is the only match on the card that has a title in it that I'm saying is guaranteeing changing hands. Judgment Day have done a great job for being the women's tag champions, and they have brought the tag titles back to life. If WWE really want to start utilizing their women's tag division, they need to put it on someone significant like Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. They did it with the IC title with Becky Lynch, and look how much it has lifted Lyra Valkyria's status in WWE and how she's been performing. So for this, it's the same cookie cutter mold. Put the titles on Charlotte and Bliss, make them relevant, and make those two work, because Charlotte and Bliss together, they're not friends, guys. Just remember, they're not friends, but They are working so well together, and it's some of the most entertaining stuff on SmackDown and on their social media. So, and new women's tag champions, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. If Kross wins, Zayn must say Kross was right. If Zayn wins, Kross says I was wrong. This will be one of the hands down top 3 matches of the weekend, and I know with a stacked 2 nights, that's big, bold prediction, but I'm going with it. I am not going to draw this prediction out any further than what has to happen, but Kross has to win. I'm not saying he will, but Kross has to win. The backing from the fans and the overall social media buzz says Kross has to win. Yes, that also says that Sami loses 2 years in a row at SummerSlam, but the value in Kross winning overshadows Sami needing to get a win at SummerSlam. So Sami's gonna do what Sami does, show up, show out, but Kross has to win. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman by their side. Breaker and Reed are part of Seth Rollins' new alliance, which formed after Paul Heyman betrayed Reigns at 41. Since Heyman has backed these 2 rising monsters, Reigns returned from a hiatus and basically stepped up for his little cousin. And Jey Uso and Roman have stepped up and decided to go and team against the Brons. This build has been rushed, but I think it's WWE really trying to fix an issue because Seth Rollins isn't available. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say I think Braun and Bronson should win this, but there's no way that, you know, OTC returns at SummerSlam last year to one of the biggest pops we've ever heard. He's wrestling in a tag match that it doesn't give really any value for either team. So I'm gonna go with Jey and Roman, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Braun and Bronson won this match. And the main event of the match, which I believe honestly, and you can check up here on this video that we did over on Straight Shoot, that this isn't actually main event caliber, even though it is Gunther and CM Punk for the world title. This whole match revolves around Seth Rollins' injury. If the injury is legit, Punk loses. If the injury is real, Punk wins. So we'll see the drama play out. There's going to be a ref bump. There's going to be crazy run-ins. I don't think this is going to be a pure wrestling match like Gunther and Punk like to have. I personally believe CM Punk is going to get distracted by Seth Rollins' music hitting and the cash-in, or Paul Heyman is going to saunter his penguin self down to the ring just to observe with the briefcase there. It is going to distract Punk. If that happens, Gunther wins and we carry this feud on for a few more matches, and we potentially get Gunther versus the WWE champion at Night of Champions. Other way around, we could end up getting Punk just winning clean through a scramble, but either way, I don't see this match ending clean. I'm going with Gunther, but I won't be surprised if CM Punk comes out on top. Moving on to night 2, and oh my god, this night is stacked. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship in a triple threat match. Just remember, guys, triple threats, no DQ, no countouts. So we could get an overbooked match here. Naomi could find herself someone to align with, considering she is a phenomenal heel. And if you watched anything that Trinity did over in TNA, you know she's always got something devious up her sleeve. With what these women have been doing, especially Rhea Ripley and Io Sky putting on banger after banger after banger, this match is going to be one of the top 3 matches of the weekend. These women are going to genuinely cook. I don't see Naomi dropping this title anytime soon. Io's reign as world champion, I don't think we see that for the rest of 2025. And Rhea, she's so big now that she doesn't need the world title. Rhea can chase and the crowd will get behind her chasing through and through. So really, I'm going with Naomi retaining, but this match is going to be an absolute banger. Another match that I'm really looking forward to is Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. No DQ, no countout, last chance match. If Lyra doesn't win, she doesn't get to go after the IC title again. So I'm saying right now, again, it's student versus teacher, Becky versus Lyra. Ireland, stand up for your people, because these two women have really built this story very well. It's one of the longest stories leading into SummerSlam, so I think this is the blow off, and personally, I think Becky retains and Lyra finds herself in a situation that, you know, maybe tagging with Bayley, maybe Bayley and her reconcile or something, I don't know, but I see Lyra kind of stepping to the side, Becky carrying it, and then we see Becky Bayley feud. Bayley will be involved in this match in some way. Bayley will be involved. It's just, who does she pick to align herself with? So Becky Lyra is going to be a banger. I love the fact that they put a no DQ, no count out. So basically we're going to get a bloodline rules for Intercontinental Championship match. But I'm going with Becky Lynch to retain. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. And we're doing it in a steel cage. Solo defeated Fatu at Night of Champions thanks to outside interference after a fake car accident, police reports, and wild brawls, and everything else that could have happened. We're definitely going to see a wild match when it comes to this cage match. It's time for these two to settle it, and putting them in a steel cage kind of gets rid of the MFTs. But listen, there's no way you're keeping a bunch of Tongans and a bunch of Samoans out of a cage if they don't want to get into it. So we're definitely going to see Solo get some help from his MFTs, but I'm expecting a returning Tamatanga to actually come back and support Jacob, and we are going to have some interesting back and forths with Solo's bloodline, and I think we'll get Jimmy and Tamatanga joined up with Jacob, and this feud runs a lot longer. Okay, so the men's Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles, and Dom has been dodging AJ for a while. He's been antagonizing, but he's been finding a way not to fight him. My biggest thing with this match is what happens with Dom after he loses the IC title. I truly believe WWE, with the acquisition of AAA and Dom's already involvement in AAA, WWE is trying to make Dominic Mysterio the face of AAA. With that being said, Dom versus Vikingo at whatever AAA's next event is going to draw major eyes. So I'm saying this right now. Dominic is going to probably lose his IC title in this match with interference from a returning Liv Morgan. I'm not saying she's going to take a bump, but I'm saying Liv Morgan returns because Dom comes out with Roxanne Perez and Liv gets involved somehow and takes out Roxanne. Dominic is losing this match. AJ's the new IC champion, which is going to be good for AJ for a final run, but Dominic is going to be the new face of AAA's brand, and it is so well deserved. WWE fans, get prepared, because this is going to be a legendary run for Dom. Seeing the AAA World Championship on WWE television every week is going to make Dom a bona fide Hall of Famer. When SmackDown was introduced, they decided to put talent on SmackDown to build the product up for the new up-and-comers that they were going to develop to Raw. Dom is going to be the Eddie Guerrero of AAA. Eddie was a main focus on the SmackDown brand when they were building it. Dom is going to be that for AAA, and I'm very excited. So Dom, I'm sorry you're going to lose your IC championship, but I am looking forward to what happens after that. Guys, I'm going to make a video next week about Dominic Mysterio in AAA. Make sure you check it out, like, subscribe, and put the bell on for all notifications that are the MrTeshk Wrestling channel. The TLC match for the Tag Team Championships, which we all can agree, please, in the comments, this match should have been on WrestleMania. Not the SmackDown, but it should have been on WrestleMania. We finally, as fans, have been heard. The tag division on SmackDown is the best tag division in the world currently, and these teams are going to show up. This will be the best match of the entire weekend. It deserves to be on Sunday. I'm pretty sure in my mind it should kick off the Sunday show, so I'm looking forward to this match. Motor City Machine Guns, Profits, Fraxium, Andrade and Rey Fenix and the Wyatts, these and DIY, these guys are going to show up. We know what to expect from these guys. I don't have a winner. I don't see the Wyatt 6 dropping the title this early. I think there's more to the story for them, but either way, this match is going to be the match of the weekend. Hands down, best match of all of SummerSlam. And I'm just going to sit and enjoy. I'm going to say Wyatt's retain with probably the help of Nikki Cross. Just expect carnage. Carnage. Absolute carnage in this match. So that's my prediction for this. And the final match of the night, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship in a street fight. Basically, it's Bloodline rules. And with a couple of main players being rumored to show up, obviously The Rock, we've got Roman and Jay on night 1, so they're available. We've got Cena, and obviously we're not going to get Travis Scott, but obviously there's Cardi B who could get involved. I don't know. This is basically a Bloodline rules match. Forget it being a street fight. We are just going to get overbooked nonsense for this. It began at 41 with Cena controversially beating Cody. Cody wins King of the Ring. I will not hear any more of this BS of Cody turning heel and us getting a double turn this weekend. As entertaining as that would be, it's not gonna happen. Who would be the white meat babyface to carry the company? It can't be Cena. He's only got 10 appearances left. Cody's going to film a movie. At this point, Cody can't win the title and turn heel. It can't happen. So I'm saying this right now. John Cena's winning. Whatever nefarious tactics he's going to go by, John Cena's winning. But Cody's going to have help. Jay's going to show up. Roman's going to show up. Everyone's going to show up. This is going to be an overbooked mess. So everyone at SummerSlam, just enjoy it. Cody's not turning heel. John Cena's going to win. That's my prediction. So SummerSlam 2025 is a celebrations of WWE's past and present. But at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, put the bell on, join me live on YouTube and Twitch for SummerSlam. And like always, be good people.